been talking a lot lately. Some of you have been listening to us. It will be new for some of you here today. That you have, as a source energy being, established a vibrational point of attraction that is pure and powerful, and we are calling it the core that is you, your core grid, so to speak. It's the basis of that which is you. We want you to be aware that the fullness of who you are is lurking nearby, and that you could, with far less effort than it takes you to learn a computer program, you could tune in. You could tune in to the fullness of who you are, and you could benefit by the leverage that flows through you. But it's not just that you benefit, it's that everyone who comes to know you benefits. Because when your light shines, it's not only you who has fun. Everyone in the vibrational vicinity of you does too. We are eager to talk with you about anything that is important to you. There is nothing that is off limits here. There is an order of the way things will unfold. It's a logical, sequential, I will understand it better if it flows in this way order. And so as you sit with your question, with what you're wanting to contribute, with what you're wanting to ask, and you hold yourself in a place of positive expectation that one way or another that question will be addressed and fully, so that you're not tense in your expectation, so that you're not uneasy when it seems to be taking too long with the person who has gone before. Sometimes your uneasiness keeps you from hearing the answer that we're giving to you through them, because everything that we just said is the way that it is. We know who you are and what you want to know, and we know how to get you from where you are to where you want to be. And so as you sit in an attitude of trusting expectation that this will be that uplifting, bridging dialogue that will help you to understand everything that is important to you, then once again, we will pronounce this. We can do it in advance because we can feel who you are. Not only those of you who are here in the room, but those of you who are out there around the world tuning in. This will be co-creating at its best. So, what's new? What do you want to talk about? Stuff. It's going to be a good day. We're going to begin there. Stand if you think it's you. You are the one. We just want to express the jubilation that we are all feeling about this leading edge conversation and the importance that it is to us, whether you all get anything out of it or not. And of course you are, yes. So every morning as Jerry is writing with Esther, Esther is writing, she tells him about her day, and then she laughs and says, I don't know why I'm telling you about my day, if in fact you're actually running around with me. But it helps me to focus in what I want to talk to you about. So she'll sort of write some notes about what happened and what she was feeling about it. And she thought this will be a really good book. It's 125,000 words, which is about a book and a half now, of me saying I miss you and him saying I'm here. In other words, at some point, it needs to morph into a different dialogue than that. You see. And so on this one particular morning, she'd written how she was missing him. And what he wrote back was, I will look for as many opportunities today as I can find to let you know how much I am loving you. Yeah. So she is still not feeling that good. She is still invested in the grief of her moment and not enjoying but finding plenty of sympathy from those who are around her. And now Tracy and Esther are in the car, and they're going from daughter Tracy's house out to Jerry and Esther's house. And Tracy suddenly is so thirsty that she cannot survive the 8 miles of distance. It is a sort of, I will die if I don't get liquid moment. Irrational. And so Esther looks for a place that they can stop, and stops at a place she has never been before and probably will never go again. It's Chick-fil-A. And as she's driving through the drive-thru, there is a double drive-thru which she had never seen. And as she looks over at the car, through her tears, the back window in letters this big said love. and the front window said, you. Now, Jerry didn't actually shoe polish that window, but he knew where it was, and he knew where Esther was, and he knew the influence that he could offer, and he offered a powerful thought from his vortex grid, which is powerful, and his power of influence is mighty, and circumstances and events and all cooperative components fell into place, and Esther got the message and knew it was from him. They got their drinks, they drove 8 miles, they pulled in the gate, and then in the other gate, and then in the garage, and as they're getting out of the garage, Esther noticed is a box that has just been delivered, just came by Federal Express. She opens it, and there are 8 gigantic cups that say, Big Love. Now, the cups were in motion. Her friend had already sent them. But the orchestration of the timing, you have to understand, the orchestration of the timing is about the interfacing. You have more non-physical energies of those you have loved, of those of you have known, of those who are your relatives, of those who are of your ancestors, of those who are aware of you. This non-physical energy all coming forward into your now, all coming forward into your now. The continuum of love, the cycle of life. You are just beginning to understand the fullness of all of that. And when you pay attention a little bit, you'll begin to understand that to a person, you are loved and adored by that non-physical energy who is aware of you. And if you will stop applying your varied and bogus version of grief and unworthiness and hatred and any of those emotions that you've picked up along your physical trail from your attention to unwanted things, you will allow yourself that what often feels too subtle for those like you and Esther, but eventually becomes the richness and the fullness of this non-physical energy that is juncturing with you in your now, 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 in your now. You are not alone, and you never have been. And you are not on your own, and you never have been. You are supported, and we use that word carefully because we are wanting you to understand that it's not support that's coming to you out of your need. It is support that is coming to you out of your desire. But in your need, you deprive yourself of it. And in your alignment, you allow it. And it's the thing that humans have been complaining about nearly from the beginning of time, and certainly from the beginning of their beginning to understand the way they connect into non-physical. Because it feels wrong to you. It feels like it's not your human nature. It is the nature of the beast that you watch, but it doesn't seem to be the human nature. You've trained it out of yourselves, and you would be well to let it go. And it goes like this. I support those who are in need, and I train them to be needy in order to get support. But then the only support they can get is from the physical experience. They deprive themselves of the true grid, you see. There's plenty who will come to support you in your neediness. And you can beat the drum of your neediness, and there will be many who will be there. And they will feel virtuous and valiant in their offering to you their support. But the support that you're really looking for is the support that comes from inside the vortex. And it comes to you when you finally accept the perfection of your being, the juncture of the physical and the non-physical, the eternalness of your being, the never-endedness of that which is you, the love of that which is source. And it's ever, ever, ever offering to you. But you got to receive the love. You got to let it in. You've got to find a way of being a vibrational match to it. And for many of you, you're probably going to hurt really bad until you can't stand to hurt before you do that. But you don't need to let it get to that point. You can let it in anytime you decide to. You just got to find the willingness to do that. We have enjoyed this interaction immensely. We are wanting to leave it in this place of understanding. We want you to feel the fullness of that which you are, and the fullness of that which you are and provide for us. We want you to know that life is supposed to feel good for you. One day Esther was reaching for Jerry and trying to figure out where he is. And she said to him, I want to know what it's like for you. What are you thinking and what are you doing and where are you? And as long as she was trying to find him out there in some place she does not understand, she couldn't find him. That's what made her feel grief. She couldn't find him because he's somewhere that she doesn't understand, doing stuff she doesn't know, or at least she thought. And then we helped her to understand, and so did he. After a while of looking someplace where he is not, when she realized that he's not out there doing other things, he's in here doing these things. That this really is the leading edge where the interest of non-physical is. Do you follow that? The interest of non-physical is right here with you on your leading edge. And when Esther looked for him here, she found him. There will never be an energy more interested in what is going on here than Jerry. Feel him. Esther has a friend who sees energy. Esther can feel it. Esther can hear it. This friend sees it. And she describes Jerry as being here with Esther. Sometimes he absorbs right into her. Esther feels that when it happens. She describes him as moving back and forth between Mark and Esther. Mark senses him. Sometimes he comes so fully on the stage, Mark looks, he thinks one of you is running up on the stage. Subtle. Non-physical is subtle. You have to train yourself to the subtleness of the energy. But it is our promise to you that when you train yourself to the subtlety of vibration and you translate it consciously through your understanding of emotion, you will then and only then be the whole being that you came here to be, you see. Otherwise, you're out here on this raw and ragged edge, depriving yourself of the fullness of who you are and looking for manifestations to buoy you up, and it is backwards. We've enjoyed this interaction immensely. And we want you to know that there is great love and appreciation here for that which is you. And we want you to know that that which is you and that which is us is not different. We started to say we will leave you, but then that is never true. We want you to know that we see you in the fullness of that which is you. From our perspective, that is within the vortex. And that when you reach for the feeling of that which is us, you must join us in the vibrational frequency of your vortex. And when you do, you've established that grid that will fill in with the evidence that you are seeking. Not just the evidence of dearly departed, but the evidence of the dollars that you seek, the evidence of the physical wellness that you seek, the evidence of the clarity that you seek, the evidence of the lover that you seek, the evidence of the opportunities that you seek, the evidence of the deliciousness of life moment by moment. Not just a peak experience where you've planned for a vacation and off you go, but peak after peak after peak after peak all day long as the convergence of that which is you and you are having conversations with someone that your grid has brought into your experience to revel in the deliciousness of co-creation. It is co-creating at its best. The fairies of the universe converging with you toward what end? This joyful moment, and this joyful moment, and this joyful moment, and this joyful moment, and this one, 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 and this one. There is great love here for you. And as always, we remain